What would you do if your loved one is on the deathbed just because of you, and there's nothing you can do? I know you would feel terrible. Peter Parker is stuck with something similar as Aunt May got shot by Kingpin's men after he revealed his identity to the public. Peter regrets that he should have never listened to Tony Stark and reveal his identity. Even after he revealed everything, he should have left the town or the country. A few days ago, Aunt May was smiling, and now she's on her deathbed. Peter blames himself for all this and vows that he will correct his mistake. As Peter and MJ are standing beside Aunt May, a doctor arrives and tells them about the circumstances in the emergency room. Peter used a false name to admit Aunt May as he feared that someone might track her down to finish the job. The doctor inquires to him about her real name and other credentials, but Peter denies, stating that he doesn't think there's any need for that. The doctor informs him that unless they give the hospital any proof of payment, Aunt May will be shifted to a charity ward. Hearing this, Peter gets furious and starts shouting that there's no way he will let them move her. The doctor, however, insists that his aunt can't even speak and doesn't even have any health insurance. MJ asks Peter if she should go back and sell some things to make money. Peter refuses, saying that he will arrange the money somehow, and in the meantime, she looks after Aunt May. The doctor inquires where he's going to, which Peter replies by saying that he's going to meet someone with bottomless checks. As Peter is rushing outside, a doctor stops him and tells him that he had an uncle whom Peter had saved 2 years ago in an incident. Since then, he's been looking for an opportunity to return the favor. He promises Peter that he'll try to hide Aunt May as long as he could. With this, Peter rushes out of the hospital, swinging across the city without his suit. He thinks to himself that it does feel a bit weird roaming without a suit, but it doesn't even matter as the entire city knows him. He blames Tony Stark for all this and then decides to infiltrate the Stark Tower. Tony, however, had changed all the passwords, and with no other option left, Peter broke in through the window. Tony immediately got the news of it and starts looking for the thief. But he was not detecting anything and decided to put on his suit. As Peter was looking around, Tony ambushed him in his suit and soars into the sky. Soon he realizes that the infiltrator is none other than Peter Parker. He immediately lands on the ground and asks Peter if he's out of his mind, because this stunt could have killed them both. Peter replies by saying that he's here to meet him before he could fly off. As he is talking, Tony points his repulsor gun towards him and stating that he was a fool to come back as the government is against him. Peter mocks him, saying that he is a bigger fool, who is pointing a broken repulsor gun at him. With this, he punches Tony right across the face. With no other option left, Tony activates his unibeam at maximum power. With Peter unable to see anything, he decides to unleash all his webs at once, and as soon as he opened his eyes, he witnesses Tony Stark stuck in a whirlwind of webs. Tony tells him that capturing or killing him won't work, as there will always be someone to capture him. Peter tells him to shut up and removes his mask, letting him know about Aunt May's dire condition. He blames everything on him because he was the one who he trusted. He was like a father to him, but he betrayed him in the end, and because of him, Aunt May and MJ are in danger. Tony apologizes and tells Peter that there's nothing he can do. Peter begs him to help Aunt May. Tony, however, states that whatever he does will be traced back to him and will put his life in danger as well. Furthermore, he tells him he is in no position to make threats because he is a fugitive and a criminal. With this, Tony utilizes his repulsors to break free and spares Peter's life so he can be with his Aunt May in her last moments. As Tony rushes back home, he asks Jarvis to do something for him. Peter, on the other hand, reaches the hospital and asks MJ about Aunt May's condition. She tells him that there have been no signs of improvement and the doctors can't do anything without money. Peter swears that he will arrange money even if he has to sell his soul. In the meantime, Jarvis arrives at the spot pretending to be May's cousin and tells Peter that he will arrange the money for them. The doctor also arrives and inquires Jarvis about his relationship with Aunt May. Jarvis shows him his checkbook, and with this, the money problem was solved. The doctor, however, tells Peter that there's no way they can save May in her current state. They can only keep her alive for a few days, and that's it. Peter could not believe this and vows that he will save Aunt May no matter what. He then tells MJ that he loves her and soars into the sky. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel.